When someone never posts their photos online, people jump to labels: insecure, private, antisocial. But psychology says that silence isn't insecurity. It's strategy, because those who rarely post aren't avoiding attention, they're mastering it. Their brains process validation, privacy, and social energy on a deeper frequency, one that most of us have forgotten how to hear. By the end of this video, you'll see 12 things about why not posting might be the highest form of psychological power. 1. They don't need the mirror. Most people post to feel seen, to confirm, I still matter. That's self-verification theory in action. The urge to prove who we are through others' reactions. But the quiet ones? They've already made peace with who they are. They don't wait for likes to reflect their worth. Their confidence isn't performative. It's self-anchored. They've built an inner mirror that doesn't need Wi-Fi. When your validation comes from self-awareness, not social applause, you stop performing and start being. 2. They understand the cost of exposure. Every photo is a breadcrumb, revealing mood, surroundings, relationships, even mental state. The more you post, the more you surrender your narrative to strangers' assumptions. People who stay private know this intuitively. They practice what psychologists call impression management, shaping how others see you by controlling what you reveal. But they take it a step further, by choosing silence instead of control. They understand that the less others know, the more power you have over your own story. Visibility isn't free. Every like has a hidden price tag. 3. They refuse to perform for the invisible crowd. There's a phenomenon called the audience effect. We change our behavior the moment we feel watched. Even when no one's looking, our brains perform. But those who rarely post have opted out of the stage entirely. They'd rather live than perform. Their authenticity outweighs the dopamine rush of approval. They know that once your self-image depends on perception, you start losing pieces of your real self. Their silence is rebellion, not shyness, against a world addicted to performance. 4. They observe more than they post. In social psychology, people fall into two groups: performers and observers. Performers chase energy, observers study it. Non-posters are observers, quiet analysts of tone, timing, and subtext. They see who posts to impress, who posts to cope, who hides pain behind smiles. They don't scroll mindlessly, they decode. Their quietness isn't detachment, it's depth. They're not absent, they're simply perceiving at higher resolution. 5. They value control over attention. Every notification is a tiny dopamine hit, and every hit is a leash. People who don't post often understand stimulus control, the ability to decide what triggers your emotions. They'd rather guard their peace than chase another chemical high. Emotional independence is their currency. In a world hooked on instant validation, choosing silence isn't coldness, it's mastery. 6. They crave psychological safety, not spotlight. For them, privacy isn't secrecy, it's self-respect. They protect their inner world the way others protect passwords. Psychologists call this psychological safety, the feeling that your thoughts and identity are safe from judgment. They only open up in spaces that feel emotionally safe, in private conversations, not public comment sections. Their circle is small because their filter is strong. They don't want exposure, they want connection, and true connection never needs an audience. 7. They're comfortable being the mystery. Most people equate visibility with importance. If I'm unseen, I don't exist. But those who rarely post see mystery as control, not absence. By staying unseen, they keep the rarest freedom left: psychological autonomy. They don't need everyone to understand them, just a few who truly do. Their life isn't a highlight reel. Their silence filters noise, leaving only truth. They've realized, if someone needs proof that you're doing well, they probably don't deserve to know. 8. They don't equate visibility with value. Social media runs on a lie, that being seen equals being significant. But quiet people have already broken that illusion. They've separated value from visibility. Their self-worth is intrinsic, not algorithmic. They exist quietly yet powerfully because their identity isn't rented to public opinion. They don't chase relevance, they cultivate reality. 9. They're driven by inner motivation. Likes are extrinsic motivation, external rewards that train your brain like a slot machine. But non-posters run on intrinsic fuel. They create, act, and grow for the joy of it, not for applause. Their satisfaction lives privately, in silent victories no one else sees. That's why they look calm while the rest of the world refreshes notifications. They've stepped off the dopamine treadmill and reclaimed their pace. 10. Memory. Over-documentation. Every time you pause an experience to capture it, you dilute it. Psychologists call it the photo-taking impairment effect. Recording reduces how vividly you remember the moment. Non-posters know this. They'd rather live it fully than frame it perfectly. Presence to them is worth more than proof. The best memories are felt, not posted. 11. They know sharing less makes it matter more. If you share everything, nothing feels special. That's the law of diminishing returns, even for self-disclosure. Private people practice information scarcity. They reveal little so that what they do reveal carries real emotional weight. Their words matter because they're rare. They've traded reach for resonance. 12. They protect their private self. In a world that worships oversharing, privacy has become a radical act. People who resist that pressure aren't outdated, they're evolved. They understand that a healthy identity needs walls, not windows. Their private self is sacred ground, untouchable, unposted, unjudged. They don't fear being forgotten, they fear becoming fake. Their silence isn't emptiness, it's integrity. Their mystery isn't confusion, it's control. So if you're one of those people who doesn't post much, you're not behind the world. You've simply outgrown its noise. Because when you stop performing for validation, you reclaim something priceless, your authenticity. And if you felt seen by this, you belong here. Subscribe, not for motivation, but to understand the truth about the human mind. Because here, we don't just talk psychology, we decode it.